Hello everyone and Hello everyone and welcome to ICM's midday session. So we're witnessing a bit of market movements earlier today, especially on British pound pairs, but in general it's a bit quiet in the market. So let's start first with the euro dollar. We saw almost a rise towards yesterday's top near almost 1890, so we're almost having a double top formation near the stop, but still what comes first, what's important for traders, the channel that we highlighted yesterday. We had a dip towards the bottom of the channel and then another dip higher. So we were talking about this channel yesterday in the live session, and then the market retreated towards exactly the bottom of the channel and then bounced back from there, giving an opportunity of almost 30 to 40 pips rally to the market. However, we're till now we're just posting a lower high than the one posted yesterday. So this is just could trigger some signal for investors. Maybe the momentum could be less in this move. So watch out for the coming price action. Any break back above 1894 could lead to a retest towards previous high of 1920, which is almost the upper side of the channel. While also any break back below the downtrend line, that's combining the trend line or the lower bound of the channel could lead to a bigger correction, or could hint for a bigger correction, where you can just use also the Fibonacci retracements in order to check for possible levels. But if we just need to highlight the levels based on tops and bottoms, you can just highlight 1840 as key support and then 1813. So this is for the euro dollar. Moving to the British pound against the dollar, we said earlier that the British pound is just performing well against other currencies, supported by optimism over Brexit trade talks, that there are possibilities of reaching a deal, or there are reports stating that there could be a deal earlier next week. So this is just supporting the sentiment. So there's this channel that we also drew yesterday, and also you can just draw a trend line combining these previous tops. So the previous two tops, if you just combine them with the trend line, you can see that that's the top that we were able to trade at earlier today. So any break back above it, or a continuation for the current move, could lead to a retest towards the previous resistance zone of almost 3310 ahead of 3380 area. So this is for 3380. So this is for the British pound on a bullish scenario, while any drop back below yesterday's high of almost 3270, which is 20 pips away from here, could lead to a bigger correction on the move back towards also a previous key area for pound dollar, which is almost 3240. We can see here how important it was. We got rejected twice from this area, and then it got a very big boost for the coming rally, or for the rally that we're in now. So 3240 is key level when if we have a bigger correction for the British pound. And it's just coinciding with the down, or the lower line of the upside channel. The dollar against the Japanese yen is still continuing the drop lower. We're now trading near the 76.4 Fibonacci retracement. We talked about the 104 level yesterday, but unfortunately it didn't hold. We had a bit of a reversal from 104, but then the selling pressure was bigger, and now we're at almost 76.4 exactly, at almost 103.8 as a key level. So we can highlight just so even this channel we are trading, we're trading below this channel. So if you can just combine these previous lows, you can just hint for a bigger move, or a bigger drop lower. So if you just watch out for any further deterioration in the dollar against the yen, we can just go for bigger time frames to highlight the key support, which was the previous low of almost 103.20. This is just for the dollar against yen, but any reversal back above 104.35 could lead to a bigger correction, maybe a retest of almost 105 again. So these are the key levels if you are trading the dollar against the Japanese yen. The dollar against the Swiss franc, we're still inside this consolidation zone. We highlighted yesterday this area as key, since we were combining the previous bottoms recorded following the rally of the first vaccine announcement, and we're still trading inside the same range, just between the 50 and 38.2 Fibonacci retracement. So you can just highlight these levels as key levels: 90.60 and 91.40. the Australian dollar against the United States dollar, we were able to break below the trend line that's combining the previous bottoms, and now we're just rising again towards this trend line. But on the bigger picture, we're trading inside the bigger consolidation zone. So you can just highlight it between 73.40 and 72.20. As long as we are in this consolidation zone, we could be poised for a bigger correction or another low relative to the one that we posted earlier. So this is on the bigger picture what's happening for the Australian dollar against the United States dollar. The New Zealand dollar against the US dollar is on the contrary, it's just performing well. We're still having higher highs relative to the previous price action. So if we just go for the weekly chart, we can just highlight the previous area that we talked about, the 0.60, 0.6940, 0.6970. That was key area back in late 2018 and early 2019. So you can see how important this area is for traders. So watch out for any break above it, since it could mean towards a further rally or a bigger rally back towards the 0.7, 0.75 area. So that's why this level around 0.7 is just key for the New Zealand dollar. Any drop back below the previous tops recorded near 68 could lead to a bigger drop or a bigger correction to retest maybe the trend line combining the previous bottoms. This is for the New Zealand dollar against the United States dollar. Moving to USD CAD. So on the smaller picture, we're almost we had a bounce from the level that we highlighted yesterday, almost 130.60, where we bounced back towards 131.30, which was also a key resistance. So you can see how this area held here, and it is a key resistance area, while support is still holding near almost 30.50, 30.60 area. Any drop back below this, it could mean that we were in a continuation pattern, and this could lead to a further drop back towards 29.83. So these are the key levels for the dollar against the Canadian dollar. On a bearish scenario, 30.60 and 29.83, while on a bullish scenario, a break above 31.20 could lead to further gains towards 31.70 area. Gold prices, we're witnessing a drop, so this is just not updated since yesterday. You can see how this trend line combining the previous bottoms exactly, we tested it in today's low, and this happened upon a break of the 1884 support zone, which acted as a resistance ahead of this selling pressure that was taking place a while ago. So watch out for any break back below today's low of almost 1870. It could lead to further deterioration towards 1864 and 1855, while it remained key for any bullish scenario for gold. So we need at least to clear back above 1884 to have further gains, and maybe we test the upper side of the channel, which comes in near almost 1909. As long as we're below 1884, it's a bit bearish for gold bullion. So on silver, we had a rejection from the top of the channel that we drew, and now we're back towards trading inside the bigger range. So you can just highlight on a smaller area, you can highlight 24.20 and 25 as a smaller range, while any break to the bottom of the channel of the range could lead to further drop towards almost 23.60. You can also draw this trend line combining the previous bottoms, which we are just closing into it. So watch out for any break below this trend line, because it could be more bearish for silver. The Dow Jones jumped higher again. So we had yesterday, we highlighted this channel, this triangle that we were trading at, and then we had this break and the market fell lower, and now we're moving back higher again towards the almost the range that we were trading back at yesterday. So you can highlight the key resistance remains the previous high of almost 30,100, while support is a minor support at 29,650, which was previously a resistance, and yesterday's exact low of almost 29,500. So these could be the levels that could provide some support for any dips in the Dow Jones. The WTI is also bullish, but still capped by 43.30, 42.30. It's a key level. You can see how many times we got rejected from this area, 42.30, 42.30 again, 1, 2, 3, and today we got the fourth time. So any break above 42.30 could lead to further appreciation towards 42.24, which was also a previous resistance and the previous top, while a drop back below 41.30 could increase the chances of a bigger drop back towards almost $40 per barrel. This is all for today's session. We wish you safe trading.